Munsters. Aired on September 24th, 1964, and ended May 12th, 1966. So they lasted a little longer than the Addams Family. Now, this family is, well, quite different. Unlike the Addams Family, that is very, very eccentric, the Munsters is mainly just normal life, except with monsters. You have Grandpa Munster, you have Lily Munster, you have Marilyn Munster, Herman Munster, and their son, Eddie Munster. Yes, if I have to say Munster again, it's going to drive me crazy, but I'm already insane. So, they try to live a normal life, except they're all monsters. Well, except for Marilyn, which some people say that she's ugly, but God, no, she's gorgeous. And so is Lily Monster, and Herman is a Frankenstein monster, while Lily and Grandpa Munster are vampires, and Eddie's a werewolf. A very nice touch, too, is that technically, the way they live a normal life is kind of like how they used to live their life in Transylvania. And they still live in this simple life. They still can eat breakfast, they could still go out, and they could still enjoy a little bit of a nice time. But they still feel like they want the comforts of their original home, which sounds good, in my opinion. And the Munsters are, well, a very funny family. Unlike the others that are very eccentric, like the Addams Family, and some of them pretty much into their own disturbing beliefs, the Munsters technically, well, they still believe in their beliefs, but they still act like a normal family. Let's take the two mothers, for example. You have Morticia, who's very calm into her anger, and not only that, has a way of actually controlling that anger without big outbursts. Lily, she's just like every 60s mother out there. I mean, I'm not kidding. Even a 60s wife, she's literally jealous. There are times she actually is ready to hurt Herman, and it's actually hilarious. Herman, despite being a Frankenstein monster and also causing a lot of destruction, is ultimately harmless. He's a harmless Frankenstein monster. Grandpa Munster most of the time doesn't like Herman, other times calls him an idiot, but other times he creates mistakes as well, despite him being a scientist and, of course, being Count Dracula. Marilyn, like I said, is beautiful and she's human, so technically she doesn't really fit in. She's kind of like what they called her, like the black sheep of the family or something? I'm not sure what they called her. And Eddie is a werewolf. He does pretty much werewolf things, but he still acts like a normal boy. And they all look incredible. The designs and the makeup look amazing on a lot of these, especially in the colorized version, except for Marilyn. Marilyn was not, the actress for Marilyn was not around. And it's very entertaining. Each of the actors do their very good jobs of being who they are. And the set design, oh my god, the set designs are crazy. From Grandpa's lab to the actual abandoned house. And the fact that the way that they live this life is so interesting. I just love it. Now, there are some people they meet along the way, and they get absolutely terrified. So, now comes my opinion, or my fact. Is this a recommendation? That's the answer. Is this a recommendation? It's again a yes. But I intend for you to look at the two seasons of the original, and then look at some of their other ones too. There was also a pilot that you can also take a look at. I'll post a link to the pilot and the entire series on archive.org. However, the movie and the Rob Zombie one are definitely not going to be posted in links because, well, A, it's hard to find, and B, well, despite one of them I like and one of them I don't like, I cannot even bother. But if there's one thing I can tell you, go search for it. Go search for anything that's related to the Munsters. Now, do I think they're better than the Addams Family? That's debatable. To me, I think they're kind of in the middle. They're both the same, pretty much. I wish there was a crossover, because there were many things they could have done with both of these series. Mainly a crossover. Can you imagine a crossover between the Munsters and the Addams Family? That would be insane. That'd be something that I would want, especially here in 2023. Imagine a movie where you have the crossover. The Munsters meet the Addams Family, or the Addams Family meet the Munsters. That would be entertaining for everyone. There's one thing I could say. The Munsters, they live a normal life, in quotes for me. But it's a life of a monster.
Lily dear, you're just getting a tizzy. See? I told you you're getting a tizzy.